about it, why not just leave? Why not just leave the situation? Why stay? Many of us here are complaining about people that we have the power to remove. If you can remove something, like why stress? Seriously, why stress over one person? The person sometimes we love the most. Sometimes the person that we love the most ain't the one for us. See what I'm saying? Sometimes the one that we love the most ain't the one for us. Sometimes the one that we love the most is the one who needs to be there the least in our lives. And we so staying there. We are staying there for so long. We're staying in these relationships. Hey Kira, how you doing? Mona, what's good with you? We're staying in these relationships suffering and struggling and being angry, arguing, nagging. We're here, complaining all the time about people in our lives that we can actually remove. But we are so afraid to remove them because we think God is not going to replace them. We think the universe won't replace them. We think we can't replace them. And you know what though? To be honest, it's not even about being replaced. It's not even about being replaced. Even if I can't replace you, even if I'm not replacing you, if you are in my life causing havoc, regardless of who's coming next, you gotta go. You gotta go. Hey, Nicole, you gotta go. Because I'm telling you all, man, as grown people, to hear other grown people complain about their partners, like having a partner is mandatory. Having a partner is the most mandatory thing that we can actually have in our lives. So we keep them jokers there, and we complain, and we stand. I don't think your mom went through 9 months of pregnancy just to have you complain about some nonsense. Thank you. I'm so glad that I got this message before I was too old. I learned to protect I'm telling you, man. And these folks in our lives, they already know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing. Peace and harmony are mandatory facts. Tawana, what's good? These folks know exactly what they're doing. You ain't the first one that they're playing games with. And I ain't just talking about men. I'm talking about men, women, children. I'm talking about all them jokers. Friendships, intimate relationships, partnerships, business partner. They know exactly what they're doing because you're not the first. See, many of you all are thinking that you're the first. You thinking that, well, maybe he or she just don't understand. They understand. Hey, deeper consciousness. They understand what they're doing. They're not stupid. But the thing is, you keep being insulted. You are insulting yourself. You are continuing to explain to another grown person what they already know that they are doing wrong. You know how much of an insult that is? To keep explaining to another grown adult what they already know that they are doing wrong. Here you go trying to nag, losing your peace, your power, emotion. See what I'm saying? Just emotional, just in this state of you stop seeing yourself. Your peace is gone. Happiness is gone. Your joy is gone. And they're still there. Your peace is gone, they're still there. Your happiness is gone and they're still there. Your love is gone, but they're still there. What kind of point is this? And then you come on social media. You hear all these people talk about your situation. You listen to all these movies and you watch all these podcasts and you complain about them even more. You're complaining about your partner. You're complaining all day to everybody that listens. Your mother, your sisters, your friends, people on social media who really don't care, people who don't listen to you, people who don't really care to listen to you. You complaining about them and you still have the people in your life. Situations that we choose for ourselves. Some situations that we have in our lives, we know for a fact they're not benefit. You know what I'm saying? It hurts. What's up, relationship guru? It hurts a lot. But even some situations that we have in our lives, we complain about them too. All the time. And not realizing that, after a while, you really get annoyed and tired of having the same things in your life, the same situation in your life. After a while, your friends stop talking to you because it's like, why even talk to you? Like, be honest. Has someone ever left your life because you don't want to listen? Because you keep complaining about the same crap? Let's say you in a relationship. Now, hey, Ashley. Listen, God, it disturbed my peace. Listen, have you ever been in a relationship that, what's up, John Blake? You've been in a relationship before and your friends left you because they keep telling you this person ain't good. They ain't good for you. Were you complaining? And they just finally left. All your friends left, and you still stay with this person. Next thing you know, this person really hurted you so much. It hurt you so bad. And then your friends are gone and you have nobody to talk to. Anyone? What's good, man? It hurts initially, but if you realize as you breathe through it, you get over it. Facts, Mimi. You know, you always a friend. I'm telling you, sometimes your friends are annoyed as hell. Your friends are annoying. I spoke to this lady on I didn't speak to her. I see her commenting on my stuff, and I engage in a conversation, and she's just complaining, John Blake, about her relationship. And I'm like, you complaining this much? I said, are you still with this person? Yes. Oh my God. Why? Well, he's all I got. Really? That's all you got? C-Mac, what's good with you? Hey, C-Mac. Hey, I saw your video of you getting engaged, man. I'm happy for you, man. You look like you are enjoying your time. So congratulations for your engagement. It's a beautiful thing. I saw your video. I actually was going to do with it just to give you some, you know what I'm saying? Because I know that you've been with me for a while on here. So congratulations, man, that you find your bride, your queen, and you put that ring on the finger, and everybody's a witness. It's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing. So respect to you. Enough love to you on that one. I don't stay with anyone past the expiration date. Facts, Kia. Facts. 2 bad relationships and 1 near miss. Never again. Damn. My abusive ex-husband, but I was taught to be the loyal wife. I stayed for a while too long. Yeah, man. Sometimes we stayed for too long. Hey, Nia love. Sometimes we stay for too long, man. We stay for too long. We outstay our welcome. You know what I mean? When we're complaining, we are not ready to leave the relationship. That's facts. A matter of fact, a lot of people, a lot of abusers, the reason why they have you complain is that they know while you're complaining, you are still there emotionally. Seriously. They know while you nagging and you complaining, emotionally you are still there. And it's when you get quiet, it's when you become quiet, it's when they get scared. But if you gotta wait, if somebody gotta wait for you to get quiet just so that they can listen, because sometimes your silence is very loud, man. Your silence is very loud. Your silence speak louder than your words sometimes, especially for somebody who don't listen to your words. Your silence speak more. It speaks so loud that people begin to listen to nothing, and they begin to panic. Then they start treating you differently. If you gotta wait for your silence for somebody to actually listen to you, that person don't deserve you, man. I don't care whether it's man or woman. That person don't deserve you. They don't deserve you at all. But the question is, why do we stay in these relationships? Like, do we feel like we need one? Like, do we feel like without a relationship you'll die? You know, we have this, thank you, Tony. You know, we have this idea that I need a relationship. I need a woman. I need a man. Do you really need one? Because in a state that you are needing it, you know, sometimes when you need something and you go get it, it turns out to be bad. Anything that you need outside of yourself won't be a good find. Your heart is empty. I'm telling you, whenever you begin to need a man or a woman, whatever you find is scraps. Because then you're not listening to your intuition. You're listening to your void. Thank you, Marine. Good morning. You're not listening to your intuition anymore. You're listening to the void. Something to fill this. I'm not in the business of keeping anyone who doesn't want to be kept. I was born alone, I die alone. And you know what, though, to be honest, man, these people manipulate you. Especially people, you know, the best. Why are you so brokenhearted, Diane? Yeah, it's, for real, it's scraps. Like, well, if you need love and you look for love, you're gonna find scraps. You're gonna always find scraps. Anytime you need love and you look for love, you will find scraps everywhere you go. So I'm saying, man, if you go to the grocery store and you're hungry, you're gonna attract a bunch of junk food. The candies are gonna be good. They're gonna be looking really good. Chocolate bars are gonna look amazing. Those fat foods are gonna look so beautiful because you're hungry. You want a quick fix. And a lot of times we wait until we need something to find it. Not realizing that if you need something, you operate from a place of lack. Hey, Ruta, because I left a man who never appreciated me. But if you left somebody who never appreciated you, why are you heartbroken? You know what I mean? Thank you, D-Dag. If you left a man who never appreciated you, why are you heartbroken? Your heart should be fixed now. Love ain't got crap to do with that stuff. Love, listen, like I told you all just the other day. Hey, Malia, like I told you all the other day. Being in a relationship just for love, where there's no respect, where there's no emotional intelligence, love don't mean nothing at all. Your love don't mean nothing at all. Yeah, your love don't mean nothing at all. And a lot of times what we consider to be love is not love. So when you are abused, disrespected, hurt, angry, resentful, listen, when you are in that place of resentment and all them stuff, what you're experiencing is not love. You are actually experiencing someone being able to bring out your strongest emotions out of you, which is your anger. See, many times what we consider love is this right here. Oh my God, I am so jealous. This is the first time somebody ever made me jealous. You know, sometimes somebody comes along in our lives and we begin to be jealous, right? Oh my God, I have never been jealous in my life. I must love this person. And you actually relate those negative emotions to love. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm allowing him or her to control me. I must love them. You consider this love. A lot of times what we consider love is not love. But what we consider love a lot of times, it is some toxic energy that's leaving us that only that person brought out. Hey Loretta, it's the woman I taught a fairy tale. Facts, you're right though. You're right. It's unhealthy attachment. Like for real. Our Father said to love one another, and we do the opposite. Because people taking us, you, me, them, for granted every day. Exactly, Kia. But I'm telling you, it's the ones who know how to bring out your worst, strongest emotional attachment is the one that you think that you love. That's facts, healing. A lot of times. And we have to be able to separate love from all those child trauma crap. Those trauma bonding stuff. Because with love, you know, you love a person who makes you feel more of yourself. If a person could make you feel better being yourself, you love the person. I don't love you because of you. I love you because you, when I'm wrong, you make me feel more of me. So therefore, I love you. Exactly. How do you deal with... Hey, what's up, Samuel? Samuel said, how do you deal... Hold on. Let me look at this one. How do you deal with someone who has been divorced 2 times? Oh, I mean, I don't think there's an issue. I mean, that depends on the person. That each individual is different. Sometimes you've been divorced twice because you really don't want to put up with nonsense. And I'm telling you, a lot of times these days, people don't really care. I wouldn't judge a woman who's been divorced twice. I wouldn't care. If I meet a woman who been divorced twice, that has nothing to do with me. We don't know what happened in her past. We don't know how abusive or not these people were. Maybe it's her, maybe it's them. I don't know. Maybe she just met 2 in person that she wasn't liking. You know, maybe, you know what? Until you love yourself, man, until you are in a place where you are happy and free and peaceful, don't meet nobody. Because you're going to meet somebody exactly where you're at. You're going to meet somebody exactly where you are at. A lot of times we meet people before we are free. Yeah, Mona. I mean, it is what it is. If we are trying to meet people, and no, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that if you're still going through your healing journey, as we call it, you shouldn't meet people. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying if you're not happy, if you're not happy, if you're not at peace, if you're not free, that ain't the time to meet people, because you meet in your frequency. A lot of times. Now, sometimes you might meet somebody of quality because everybody is drawn to us. But sometimes you might meet you. Most of the times you keep meeting you. You keep meeting you, and when you see you, you don't like you. But in all reality, you don't like yourself either. So until you become peaceful, what's up, Black Queen? Until you become peaceful and loving and vibrating a certain vibration, a certain frequency, leave people alone. Because it usually don't turn out well. You keep meeting your own frequency, and at first your frequency seems interesting. Just like how you seem interesting in the first couple days, first couple months. And then afterwards, when you get in that place of self-doubt, self-talk, self-destruction, your energy begins to speak louder. Next thing you know, you sabotage your own relationships. You're sabotaging your own self, your own growth. But I'm telling you all, before we come to a healthy place in ourselves, you don't need nobody. You don't need nobody at all. We have to be careful when we meet people, because people sometimes will take advantage of us. A lot of times. People will, it's that lion and the zebra story. That lion and that zebra. You gotta be careful about the zebra. The zebra and the lion could be friends, but the lion, the zebra keeps saying, I'm hurt, I'm hurt, I'm hurt, I'm hurt, I'm hurt. Hey, Teacher Sauce, I'm hurt, I'm hurt, I'm hurt. The lion hears it. The zebra becomes a damn target, because it's the easiest way to eat. He ain't got to chase him all over the place because he's hurt. So that's the one who he wants to sink his teeth in. So that's the one who he is looking at. A lot of people talking about, ooh, all these men want me, all these women want me. Why? Why do you think? You think it's because you are that great? No, I ain't saying that great people don't have people who want them. But I'm saying sometimes you gotta look at it from different perspectives. A lot of men want you, a lot of women want you, and you think that you are something special. But you realize that a lot of times, these men or women who want you, you're still in a place where ain't none of them what you want. Hey, Melanie, do you notice that all these men or women who want you, a lot of them jokers ain't what you want? What do you think they want? What do you think you are? We gotta be careful. That zebra on the safari, talking to his other zebras. Hey, Irene. That zebra on the safari who's telling his friends, hey, I'm hurt. I hate lions. Lions are terrible. I can't stand these jokers. They always want to chase me. Right? They always want to chase me. I hate the smell of them. I don't trust them. Lion is listening. The lion is like, the loudest one is always the weakest one. The lion knows it. The loudest one is always the weakest one. I promise you. Always the weakest one. And so the lion listens. The lion says, I'm going to prove a point. You think that you're bad. You think that you're strong. You think that you can outsmart me. I'm going to prove a point to you. I know you are hurt. I know you're hurt for sure. Good morning, Carmel. I know you're hurt. I heard you speak. I see you. My eyes are on you. I want to know what's behind those walls. Because you got a lot of walls built up, trying to protect something. That means you must be hurt. Anytime you create all these walls, it's because you're hurt. Because people who are not hurt don't create all them walls. There's a difference between boundaries and walls. Boundaries is like this right here. I'm going to put the walls up around my heart, because my heart is free to love and to be loved. But I'm telling you, put up walls mean that you are protecting something. You are trying to protect something. So what are you trying to protect? That's the question. A lot of people out here, a lot of women especially, actually men these days too. I don't know how men are becoming like this, but a lot of women, man, you have all these walls built up. This demeanor of just anger. This heart speaks on this. Yeah, man, listen. All these walls you have built up. You've been hurt. You were tired. You know, you talk all this stuff about men and this and that. And if you listen close enough, you're speaking about yourself, your experience, and where you're at. Because that's what you speak about, is where you're at. Most of the time, you speak about where you're at. The conversation is where you're at. And like, you can sense the anger. You can sense the walls that you have up. And sometimes a man will come along. If you ever been to a new place, right? If you ever been to a new place, a new city, and you see a wall surrounding something. You see a wall surrounding something, right? Hey Joe, good afternoon. You see a wall surrounding something. You know a building is behind there. And you want to know what's behind the wall. You become to be so curious. You're like, I wonder what the hell is that? You want to see this thing. It captures your attention. Your attention is on this wall because you're like, what's behind the wall? If this wall is so big, what is it? What is it hiding? Who is it holding back? Who are you trying to keep out? And you become curious. And you want to take as long as you want to climb this wall just to look over. Sometimes you want to make sure you fly over there on a flight, and when you fly over there, you want to look down to see what's under the wall or what's behind the wall. And sometimes a lot of women would build up so much walls because you've been hurt, you've been tested, you've been sad, so you build up all these walls. Namaste, I am the universe, spiritual goddess. You've been hurt, and a lot of men will actually only want to climb over your wall just to see what's behind there. You think your wall protects you. It doesn't. Your walls don't protect you. Your walls keep you hostage to the real world. Your walls keep you hostage. See, with your walls, you can't sense what's behind your own wall. You can't see people's true intention behind your wall. So all you can depend on is if somebody put the time in to climb over your wall. Then you think they want you. No. A lot of times, they climb over your walls just to see what's over there. And after they see what's over there, they sleep with you. You're like, okay, now I see it. Oh, it's not that damn. Oh, you don't worth it. I'm telling you. You're like, I ain't see what the hell you protecting. You got, listen, pay attention. Pay attention. Many of you think that your walls are protecting you. Your wall ain't protecting you. It's actually keeping you a victim. So how to get past the wall of someone else's heart? I don't do that. I honestly don't do that. If I see so much walls, I'll leave you alone. If I see so much walls, I'll leave you alone. That means you haven't healed yet. That means you are still hurt. I don't mess with people with all them walls up. I'm not curious. Because it's too much. It's too much. You have to try too hard. Not saying that they're not worth it, but they're not ready yet. They're not ready. Because the walls, when you put walls up, a nation that creates all those walls is ready for war. Not peace. It's ready for war. When you build up all them walls to protect your fort or your country, you are waiting for somebody to come and just war through your walls. I'm not doing that. So if you have all these walls up, I'm not curious. So I don't have this narrative about the angry woman, the angry black woman. I don't have those narratives because I know my frequency. My frequency speaks to me. I speak to my frequency. My people hear my voice and I hear their voice. I don't have to fight and argue with you and try and plead with you to do anything. I don't do all of that stuff. We're doing too much. If you ain't ready, you ain't ready. I'm not going to make you ready. My ego is not that big to say I could change you. My ego ain't that big. I don't want to change you. I think you're beautiful just as is. Even if I don't have you, you're beautiful. Stay what you are until you're ready to change. Different phases. Hurt, hate, fear of getting hurt again. I'm telling you all, man. Listen, I'm not curious. I'm not curious to go behind those walls just to prove a point. Because my ego needs to be, oh, I could climb over her walls and I could get it. Oh, my ego ain't that big. I don't. If I have to try hard. See, again, my sheeps or my people hear my voice. And I hear their voice. And there's a connection. Hey, Journey. It's a lot of work and sometimes trying to change them, change you. Exactly. Trying to change them, change you. You'll be miserable sometimes. But Kirk, we give men chances and they broke our hearts. I'm honestly tired and don't know. And I get you. I get what you're saying. They broke your heart. But this is why we can't just trust anyone with our hearts. Like, we can't just give our heart to just somebody who just look like they're doing the right thing. If you give somebody your heart, let your heart speak to you first. Let your heart speak to you. Let your heart connect to theirs and be honest with your heart. A lot of us, we know that we shouldn't. Hey, not you. Listen. When I meet a woman, I know for a fact, that ain't you. However, sometimes you want to be wrong. See, when your heart speaks to you, sometimes you want to be wrong. Sometimes you hope what your heart is telling you is a lie. They're pretty, or they're attractive, they're smart, they make some decent money, and you're like, that's the one. That's my standards. To hell with my frequency, that's my standards. Your heart is like, I ain't feeling this one. Yeah. Because you know what though? What's up, T Always? How you doing? Thank you, T Always. Because to be honest, right? Let's be honest. How many of us just know when we meet somebody? Let me leave that one alone. But how many of us still do it? Seriously, how many of us still do it? A lot of us do. Hoping that our intuition is wrong. Hoping that our gut feeling is wrong. Hoping that, I hope I was just tripping. Yeah. And we end up hurt even more. We end up hurt even more. But how many of us could attract these quality people? Just one time? How many of us could attract these quality people that we want? How many of us know how to attract these people? The ones that we want. And see, I ain't talking about the ones that you don't want. We talk about the ones that we don't want all the time. We always talk about the ones that we don't want. Okay, bump those. The ones that we want. How many of us could attract those? I'm so scared, you guys, honestly. And listen, even if you could attract somebody who's decent, all that fear makes you do stupid things. All that fear that you carry make you do stupid things. So even if you link up to a beautiful person, a great man, your fear will sabotage you. Loving me more, how are we doing? When I was younger and now, any red flags I'm out. Sometimes, man, you meet listen, we all meet great people. But sometimes, those insecurities speaks loud. And we don't choose the great ones, we choose the ones who ain't much. You know why? Because it makes us feel comfortable. Because we can we can be insecure and continue to be insecure because that's the energy that we feed and we have fed over the last 20 years. The insecurity energy. We've been feeding it all these years. So we choose the shitty ones just to make ourselves, because the other ones, the quality ones, they don't feel like it's a challenge. They ain't challenging enough. The energy is quiet. Peaceful. That don't make you feel. You're like, I don't know what this is. This don't feel right. Cause that's not what you were used to. That ain't what you're used to. You like the argumentative spirit. The one who you think that you have to fight and argue with to change. The one who makes you feel like you have to be feisty about. You like it keeps you on your toes. He keeps me on my toes. I don't want nobody to keep you on my toes. My toes make my calves hurt. Somebody keep you on your toes and your calves stay hurt. Why you want somebody who keeping you on your toes? If you want to be on your toes, go to the gym. Do some calf raises. You want somebody who keep you on your toes, who can make you feel all type of emotions. Hey, Latoya, sometimes it's too good. Sometimes it's too good to be true to a point. Listen, Exactly. And you know what though? A lot of times that's some sick stuff. Hey Carrie, how are you? Sometimes that's some sick stuff. It's too good to be true because it's not speaking to your trauma. It's not speaking to your low vibration. So it's too good to be true. So I can't do this. Let me get that thug. You get kids for that. Let me get that thug. Let me get that loud one. Let me get the one who's always out. Let me get the fun one. I want to remind you all, right? I'm doing great too. I want to remind you of something. Just because you in a relationship does not mean that you stop growing. It doesn't mean that you can't be free. I be hearing people all the time say, stop growing. It doesn't mean that you can't be free. I be hearing people all the time say, when I have a I like to be free. I don't want nobody asking me what I'm doing. I don't want to tell nobody what I'm free. You can be free in a relationship. Hey Pisces, how you doing? Long time to see. You can be completely free in a relationship. I don't know what type of relationship you are in, but you can be completely free in one. I think we are so used to toxic people that we can't be free in one. When we get into one, we feel like we are all in prison. That's why people are like, oh, I like being free. Who said that you was never free? You can't come on social media. You can't like somebody's picture. I was looking at my video that I posted. I don't know if you all see this video that I posted with this brother was trying to buy his son some shoes and his girlfriend was tripping. His girlfriend was completely tripping. You all seen the video on my page? His girlfriend was mad because he was buying his son some shoes and she was like, no, those shoes are too expensive. And you was just on the phone with your baby mama on FaceTime, and people are saying stuff like, number one, why is he FaceTiming his baby mama? What? You think I'm gonna stop FaceTiming my daughter's mother because I meet somebody else? What kind of insecurity is that? Why? Because if I FaceTime her, I'm seeing her face. If I go to her house and pick up my son or my daughter, I'm seeing her face. What's the difference? Listen, the insecurities that we have normalized these things. We have normalized this nonsense. Oh, he shouldn't FaceTime her anyways. That's disrespectful. What? I have a very strong relationship with my daughter's mom. And I don't say baby mama. I hate that term. I would never call my daughter's mom a baby mama. I would never say it. That's disrespectful. And I'm like, wow. So the brother can't FaceTime his son's mother? Because that's disrespect? What kind of stuff? We have normalized toxic behaviors. And we have put them in relationships and say, well, this is how a relationship should be. A relationship has no face. Hello, Rianne, how are you doing? A relationship has no face. It shouldn't be anyway. It should be peace. Listen, when you're in a relationship, it should feel like you are not in one. And it should feel like you are in one. You should feel at peace, free, inspired, great, without them and with yourself. Either way, it should be at peace. We are making relationship become too egotistical. It becomes about our ego. This is why everybody struggles. And instead of healing, you carrying that same shit in the other relationship. Listen, instead of healing this trauma, we look for somebody else to enrage our trauma on. See, it's not just me. It's me, it's not me. It's all these men. And we are choosing men and women to bring out our emotional damage. Why would you choose somebody to bring out your emotion? Why would you be with someone that you're not happy with? Why would you be with? And I'm one of these men that a lot of men don't like. Because I speak like this. I have men in my inbox telling me you breaking up relationships. I'm breaking up relationship because I tell a woman, if your standards is, if you ain't doing the right thing to leave you, what the hell why would I promote a woman being with a man? You're doing the bare minimum. The bare minimum. Some people are so used to the bare minimum, they don't even realize that you ain't got to take that shit. Hey, Passion, you ain't got to take that nonsense. The bare minimum? For what? Why? Why even do it? Why even play in that field? That's not your area. So a lot of men telling me, man, you messing up marriages, you messing up relationships. No, bro, I would never mess that up. You messing that up. You messing that up. What's up, Yoda? You messing up your relationship. You messing up your stuff. What kind of straight man, and I'm being straight up, what kind of straight man would enjoy being with his boys more than his own woman? What your boys have? Your boys ain't got no vagina. Your boys don't have that peaceful energy. Your boys don't have that touch. When, you know, boy, listen, a woman touches my back, I'm done. I ain't going nowhere. I'm staying for good. If my woman put her hands on my back and just you ain't got to massage it. You just put her hands right here, just rest it, and what you want to do tonight? Nothing. Hey, I'm good too. You think my boys could do that to me? And I like it? Nah, a lot of you all have issues that it's not really issues. It's issues of people who don't want to be with you. All these issues that in a relationship is actually from people who don't want to be with you. Because if somebody want to be with you, hey, Yoda, seriously, Lord, Yoda, seriously, you a man. You want to be around your boys that much? Your woman is asking you for time, but you on the streets with your boys? What kind of... I'm a grown-ass man. I don't want to be with no dudes. I'm a straight man, I'm a straight grown-ass man. I don't be with no dudes outside. A dude asked me just the other day, bro, you want to hang out? I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Let's drink a beer. I met him in the gym. Let's drink a beer. He like, all right, bet. I said, when? He said, Saturday. I said, hey, I'm good. I said, what time you want to go? He said, 9. I said, 9? I said, but that's dark. He said, yeah. I said, yeah, but that's dark. He said, yeah, that's dark. I said, right. You don't want to go earlier in the daytime when it's light outside? He said, no, for what? I said, for what? Man, I'm 42 years old. What the hell am I being out there in the dark? I got kids. He said, nah, man, for real. People come out at dark. I ain't going to see them. Bro, let's go drink a beer. Let's go at 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock, 4 to 5:30. You know, we could drink a beer at 2. That's a whole hour and a half, 2 hours. We can't go out there and... Nah, bro, that's too early. Man, too early for what? What are we doing? We're two grown men. We straight. What are we doing at night together? No, man, no. So we ain't hang out yet. That's been about 6 months ago. So he never asked me again. I'm like, no, man, no. You know what I mean? No, we're not going to hang out. We ain't doing that. Hey, Nina, you know what I mean? I'm not hanging out with a grown man at nighttime. Now, I ain't gonna lie. If I ain't seen you, let's say I met you, you know, in the army years ago, and you come to Estonia, or I go to where you at, and you say, Kirk, let's go for a beer tonight. All right. What time? 9. God, man, that's the best time you had, man. That's the only time you got, 9 o'clock. How about 7? 7 is starting to get dark. Just 7. You know, it's not dark. It's starting to get dark. All right, 7. Cool. Where you want to go? Applebee's. You want to go to a bar? Nah, Applebee's. They have good drinks. Chili's got good drinks. I ain't going to no damn bar. Man, no. Hey, you know what I mean? Like, let's go to Buffalo Wild Wings. Get some wings. And a bit in a nice, man, no. What the hell am I doing there? So, that's why I don't have many male friends. Because they don't understand the logic. Trying to relive their childhood. Applebee's got good drinks. I know you have to complain. You have to complain, but I'm not playing. Applebee's have good ass drinks. Playing pool at 9, man. Nah, I ain't playing with the pool stick. I ain't playing pool at 9, man. I don't want to be out at 9. 9 o'clock. You know, see, 10 years ago, 9 o'clock was my go out time. 10 years later, 9 o'clock is my stay home. That's my curfew. That's my curfew. I want my son to look at me and say, Daddy, you're home. Good. You ain't got no excuse. You can't do nothing stupid while I'm here. I ain't going out at 9. Nah, man. I don't even like pool in the first place. Matter of fact, if you want to talk to me tonight, let's FaceTime. FaceTime me, bro. And I don't even feel right to FaceTime you. 2 men FaceTime each other. But I'll FaceTime you. Hey, bro, what's up? You good, man? You good? Let's talk for 3 minutes. How you doing? What you been up to? You good? All right, bro. It's good to see you. No. The people that we complain the most about You think if you want to be with somebody and they really want to be with you, what's up, Romy Rome? Good Grand Rising, man. hey Nabila. Do you think if you want to be with somebody and they want to be with you, you think there's a lot of argument and distractions and a lot of conflicts? No. It ain't that damn hard. I think we're making these things hard because people don't want to be with us. We find ourselves, a grown woman nagging a grown man, telling a man what he already know. Telling a grown man what he already know he is doing. You telling me, Kirk, I can't believe you are out with these women at midnight. You think I don't know that already? I know it's wrong. I'm telling you, stop being insecure. No, that's not insecure. That's common sense. If I'm out there with a woman or with women at midnight and you at home with the babies, that's not insecurity. That's somebody trying to manipulate you. Come on now. And you know this, but you just want a man. You make things difficult. They will tell you all these things about you are being insecure. No, I'm not insecure. I'm telling you right now, that's not insecurity. That's common sense. Because what if she goes out at midnight with some dudes? How would you feel? Would you feel insecure too? You know, sometimes some of y'all women need to pull a them on them and stop playing these stupid games talking about I'm loyal. And I'm being serious. Some of y'all need to sometimes the only way somebody learn is when you pull a them on them. The truth hurts. I mean, boy, sometimes when you put a them on them, they can't. I can't. Well, what, you doing it? You doing this? But some of y'all be trying to act nice. People need to realize there's no need to complain about somebody that you have the power to remove. The problem is many times you haven't built yourself up. I haven't had a girlfriend in about 2 weeks, man. The problem is you haven't built yourself up. You haven't loved yourself, your own space. You know, you haven't been to a place where you know what, man, I'm telling you who you can't play. Let me tell you somebody who you can't play. Let me tell you somebody who you can't play games with. Somebody who's straightforward. Somebody who tells you straight up, listen, I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to fight with you. I'm not going to chase you or challenge you. I'm not going to belittle myself when it comes to you. But I'm telling you, I'm not playing with you. That's the ones who, see, a lot of people, I'm a ride or die. I know that you are a man. Stop saying that nonsense. Stop saying that stupid things. What hurts more, toxic relationships or being alone? Toxic relationships hurts more. But except if you have a toxic relationship with yourself. Because some of our relationships with ourselves are toxic too. So they'd rather be with somebody who's toxic than their own toxic self. Because sometimes we are toxic. And the relationship with ourselves is toxic. So at least I could blame you if I'm messed up because I'm with you. I won't blame myself. So a lot of us, listen, check this out. Seriously, a lot of us are in toxic relationship with someone else because the one with ourselves is toxic too. But the one with you, I can blame you for making me feel this way. But if I stay with me, who do I have to blame? Myself, and I don't want to blame myself. I want to blame you. I'm telling you, people have so much going on and nobody wants healing. Nobody wants to help themselves. Nobody wants to be accountable for what they attract. In all reality, you are accountable for what you bring to you. You are accountable for what you bring in your home. You are. You're not going to bring somebody in your home amongst your children who is unsafe, who is, the sexual energy is so strong that that energy is messing up your kids. You are responsible for what you bring home. You can't bring home all this garbage and expect your home to be peaceful. Your son and your daughter start acting out. You don't even know why. Because you're bringing energies that don't belong there. What's up, Mac? We are responsible for what we attract. This is your energy. You can blame whoever you want to blame. Blame your ex. Blame your partner. Blame your daddy for leaving you. Blame your mom for doing this. But 20 years later, it's still you here. You are responsible and accountable for what you attract. And instead of being mad and offended when I say that, learn to take it in and do something about it. The problem is we don't want to be in a space. We don't want to be accountable for our own drama. I'd rather you account for it. I'd rather blame you. You have to be accountable as an adult. Because what leaves you comes back to you. Bring different men around their kids. Man, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, we got to stop doing that stuff, man. The problem is, we are complaining about grown people. You think, why are you complaining about somebody who's grown? You grown. You 40 years old. You 50 years old. You 30 years old. This is not your first time being in a relationship. You know that you're being ridiculous. You want to give somebody more because that person is not reacting to you how you want to be reacted to, but you want to give somebody more of the stuff that they already don't appreciate. Your love, your body, your kindness, your trust. You want to give them more. Listen, you want to give somebody more. Somebody not reacting to you like how you want, so you want to give them more. What can I do? You know when somebody wants you, you ain't got to do shit. We have all these wars going back and forth. Men this, women this. Men this, women this. Women talking about men, men talking about women. We have all these things. And all we do is making it more difficult. Because the shit that they speak, everybody is listening to. And everybody's thinking is real. Everybody hear these things and they think it's real. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, it's true. Men this. You know how many men out there? You know how many women out there? And to hear somebody say men, to make a generalized statement, men, most men, I don't even want to hear what you gotta say anymore. Good morning, Beatrice. I'm not even curious. That conversation is cut. Certain conversations I don't even be a part of. I don't do it. That's not my frequency. Woman this, not my frequency either. Woman this, women this, not curious. Go ahead. You have those fights with those people who talk the same thing. We don't speak the same language because I don't meet those women. I don't meet those brothers. I don't know these people that you're talking about. But instead of realizing that if it's that you meet all the time, then that's what your focus is, then that's what your frequency is. If that's what you always meet, that's because your frequency is on the same level. So instead of looking at them, look at yourself. Because all them people are doing is reflecting you. Reflecting your own freaking frequency. And when you see your own frequency, you can't stand it. So that means, yes, you should vibrate higher so that you won't meet these clowns. Whether men or women. Because they are low frequency men and low frequency women. And that's who they be with. They choose those people and they complain about each other. That's what they have to be with. What's up, Super Fox? That's what they have to be with. Listen, this universe needs low frequency men and low frequency women. It needs both. But my base is not to argue with a low frequency woman or to speak about them because they ain't for me. They are for these low frequency men. And your job, if you're a high frequency woman, your job is not to argue with low frequency men because they ain't for you. It's not the same frequency. So nothing that they say makes sense to you, but it makes sense to other women. Come on now. You all be fighting wars that don't belong to you. What's up, Ray? You be fighting you be fighting other people's wars. Talking about he this and men this. No, that's not your fight. Let the low frequency women talk about that stuff. But then again, you are low frequency because that's in your conversation. That's why, listen, I have thousands of videos. You think I'm here talking about what women are, what women are? Women are this. I don't meet those women. 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 I don't meet them. The women who like me, or who I notice, who like me, because, of course there are going to be people who like you. Of course there are going to be people who like you from all frequencies. But the low frequency woman who likes me, I don't even notice it. I don't pay attention to it. Oh, that's cute. You have a bad issue dealing with rejection? Man, that's sad because we all get rejected. We all get rejected, man. We all get rejected. And it's your ego that's too big. Because if you're rejected, you feel like your world is finished. You feel like you're not good enough. You feel like you're not deserving. You feel like something is wrong with you. So you get angry. You get frustrated. You get fearful. You want to react in a bad way, a negative way, and that's because your ego is too big. Rejection states, yeah, even me. Everybody don't want me. Everybody don't see me. Everybody can't see me. So it's not about rejection that you have the problem with. It's with your ego, because you don't know how to separate your ego from you. Because where your ego, hey Irene, where your ego finish, you don't know where you start. Where your ego finishes, you don't know where you start. It's like wearing a tight shirt. If you wear a tight shirt, you don't know where your shirt stop and where your body start. So your ego and you is too close together. So it's not that you have an issue with rejection. You just have an issue with your ego. You don't know the difference between your ego and you. You believe your ego. I mean, seriously. When you wear some tights, like when you wear tights, listen, I wear tights under my pants because it's cold. I wear tights, right? This is my tights. I don't know from wearing these tights. I don't know where these tights finishes and where my skin starts. I don't know. I don't know where it starts and where it's finished. So, but me knowing my ego and me understanding that I have one, I know when my ego steps in, I can say, let me back up. Because that's my ego speaking. So I know where to just say, hey, it's okay. It's just my ego just being affected because you know what I'm saying? That's the difference. Good, Andre. Good, man. I look at rejection as a protection. Sometimes it is a protection. Protecting you from what's not yours. I'm telling you, listen, I'm telling you all. A lot of times. Migo is mad you haven't said good morning. Good morning, Rifa. I don't know how to say your name. What is for you won't go past you. Facts. What do you mean that you don't know? You don't know? I said that I don't know? I don't remember what I said. Okay. But yeah, man. So I'm saying, man, let the low frequency people figure it out. If you really have a high frequency, hey, Miss Alberta, if you really have a high frequency, you're business in what low frequency people is saying. You're business in what they're doing. I don't care about what these men are doing, what these women are doing. That's not my business. All that could be is an example. Let them fight for their places, for their egos' places. Them low frequency people are gonna always have battles back and forth. You can't change a man and a woman by arguing. Arguments don't change anything. It makes your ego bigger because you are fighting for survival. That's what the ego does. You fight for survival. So these men and women fight and war and stuff, it doesn't help. What's your question, Nelly? So stay out of them problems. But I'm telling you, you are responsible for what you attract. So maybe you should increase your frequency. That can make some more Kirk. Kirk is not what you think Kirk is. Kirk is one who's not bothered easily. Kirk's not bothered easily. Kirk sees some things in you and I'm like, hey, I ain't judging you, but I know that ain't for me either. I'm telling you, man, seriously, who is for you will come to you effortlessly. No, not. That don't mean that somebody is telling you, I want to have sex with you right now. I want to have your baby right now. I want to marry you today. I love you today. I ain't talking about that kind of stuff. That stuff is just drama. But what's for you will come to you effortlessly. Your emotions, your mind, your intuition, and your heart will be in tune with the same message. It will be in the same frequency. I don't believe in the Bible history. I feel like Jesus is the one. I get you. Thank you, Yummy. You come into the Virgin Islands. I'm from the Virgin Islands. Carmel Love. I'm from the Virgin Islands. My parents live in the Virgin Islands. I prayed for discernment. Then you came along and dropped. Thank you. I'm telling you, discernment is the key. Because I'm telling you, once you begin to raise your frequency, everybody is drawn to you. Again, I know from my frequency when I meet a woman. I know from my frequency when I meet a woman, based on my frequency, based on the frequency I carry, I don't have to try hard to try to discern. My energy does the work. My frequency does the selection process. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to use my emotions. See, many of us use our emotions to pick. You can't use emotions to pick. Oh, this person just makes me feel. No, to hell with that. I don't care about how you make me feel. How you make me feel is your business. Listen, how you make me feel, I don't mind that. Because some people, some women and some men could make you feel like the best thing ever. Listen, I've met some women that make me feel. But nah, I'm good with the feelings. The feeling is just bringing back memories of an old person who I liked a lot. The person who's on fire always distract you from what is when the fire goes out. What is going on behind the fire? A lot of times, man, you go on your feelings, your emotions. Oh, that person made me feel. The hell with the feeling. I don't go based on, I don't bring somebody in my life. I don't penetrate somebody. And this sounds very terrible, but I don't penetrate you because of my emotions. I'm not going to put my pee-pee inside of you because I like you. I can't do it. Just because I like you, man, my pee-pee ain't going to you. Because I like plenty people. I'm a liker. I like a lot of people. So my liking you means nothing to me. So I understand. See, many of you are, but I love him. I love her. So I gotta be abused and I gotta be disrespected because I love him. Your love ain't got shit to do with it. Nothing at all to do with it. It's just an emotion that you feel. It's just an emotion that you feel. Just because I like you, you think that I'm gonna give you my time? I like you. You look good. You know what I'm saying? You project yourself as a good person. Oh, I like you. But that don't mean anything. Me liking you, I'm supposed to like you. You're a human being. I'm supposed to like you. But just because I like you doesn't mean that I want anything from you. As a matter of fact, just because I love you doesn't mean that I want anything from you either. I can actually love you intimately and never even come close to you because I know for a fact this ain't it. You have to be an adult and make decisions based not on emotions but on factual and spiritual discernment. Everybody want to use this love, talking about love is blind. No, you're blind. You're freaking blind. Not love. Love is conscious. Love can't be blind. Well, when you love somebody, you allow them to abuse you. Who the hell said that? What kind of stuff will we saying and repeating and we find peace and we find, no, that is not true. We don't do that. Me liking you don't mean nothing. You think a lot of people, just because you like them or you say that you love them, they start to change up. Because now they think that they got you. Ooh, I got her now. No. If Kirk say he like me, ooh, I got him now. No. You ain't ever got me now. I promise you, you ain't never got me. I can't be got. What's up, Miss Sauter? Because I understand I loving you. We're in a relationship. It's going well. I understand that my peace, my love, my happiness, it is my priority. Your peace and your happiness and your joy should be your priority. So when I start to feel my priority is no longer my priority, it's time to shift. And I might miss you. But listen, that's just me. That's my body just missing the space that you filled. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my spirit missing the feel of your spirit sometimes, but I'm perfectly fine. Oh, I know that's a lie. My ego calls you back. That's all it is. I'm not suffering because when I miss you, I want you back. No, I don't want you back. I miss you, but that's okay because my body spent time with you and my body carries memory. So my body's going to tell me, Kirk, you miss her. I miss her. I'm not fighting it, but I'm perfectly fine because I understand this. It ain't going nowhere. This is how you have to live. How are you keep getting abused for years? How are you with somebody that you don't like for years? How are you in a relationship for years and don't like it? How? Why? Come on, man. What are we doing? We're choosing this life. Then complain about it. What's up, Tasha? We're choosing a life and complain about it. Right? We keep choosing the same garbage. And when we get the garbage that we choose, we complain. Because you are choosing based on your emotions. My emotions ain't that serious. My emotions ain't that serious. As a matter of fact, I was telling somebody yesterday. Somebody told me straight up yesterday. Somebody said, you act like you are not human. I said, what do you think a human is? You act like you don't have no feelings. Why would you say that? Somebody tell me straight up. Somebody said, you act like you don't have any feelings, so I don't know what you are feeling. It's not your business to tell me what I'm feeling. But just because you want me to feel like how you feel, no, that's not, I don't program, I'm not programmed that way anymore. I'm not feeling what you want me to feel, because look at how you feel. You feel shitty, right? Don't you feel terrible? Ain't you angry right now? Ain't you emotional? Why would I want to feel that? Why? No, listen. No, I feel what I want to feel. So when I miss you, I create my own picture of what I rather do. I don't want to feel what you feel. People want you to feel what they are feeling, and what they're feeling is hell. So they join you in a relationship and bring you hell and introduce you to what hell feels like, and you can't take the fire because you're not used to it. But you rather stay in the fire instead of finding some water. People want to bring you hell because the only ones who bring you hell, somebody who's already lived there for a long time.